You know, I gotta be honest with you guys. When I saw this story, this is a particular story that wasn't really shocking to me. And the reason why is because if you played any games like Call of Duty, for example, they will always do this stuff, right? They will always ban one particular side of the argument, and yet everything else is allowed to go through. I remember, I don't know which Call of Duty it was. I think it was Black Ops, one of the Black Ops games, where you couldn't have a clan tag called Trump, but you could have a clan tag called Biden. It was an odd thing. You could have a clan tag called BLM, but you couldn't have a clan tag called White Lives Matter, for example, right? Like WLM. You couldn't have any of that stuff. It was considered hate speech, and they would ban it. Well, apparently, the company that's behind Mecha, which is a recent game that's getting a lot of attention, was recently just called out for banning the word Trump in the game. And not only have they come out and apologized, but they've also thrown a third-party company under the bus for the decision.
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking immediately when you hear third-party company. You know what you're thinking, because you know it's the same thing I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's a diversity consultancy firm. I think it's something like Sweet Baby Inc. that decided to come in and try to make it for the modern audience in any way, shape, or form, or just flat-out censorship, because that's really what it is, right? If you can talk about Biden, you can talk about Harris, but you can't talk about Donald Trump, it's very clear where you lie. So let's get into the article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It's got a headline that reads, Amazing Season Games remove censorship of Donald Trump in Mecha after being called out by Grums. Great job, Grums, by the way, shouting these fucking losers out for doing what they do every single day. This is why they want him gone. Amazing Season Games, the producer behind the upcoming multiplayer mech game Mecha, removed its censorship of President Donald Trump after they were called out by Mark Kern, aka Grums. On August 10th, Grums posted on X, Mecha censors Trump, leaves Kamala and Biden alone. I've gotten a report that Mecha is censoring Trump from chat, but not Kamala Harris or Biden. He then added, I tested it myself to verify. I reached out to their community manager to ask about this obvious political interference in gaming. Grums shared a screenshot that showed that Trump's name was completely censored with stars compared to Kamala Harris and Biden, which did not have any censorship whatsoever. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is nothing that's shocking, okay? At least not to me anyway. I've seen many examples of this being a thing, and to be honest with you, I'm surprised they even apologize, because a lot of video games, they'll just tell you, well, you know, this is just our policy or whatever the case may be, you know, XYZ incited hate speech, blah, blah, insurrection, Destiny, meltdown, light Yagami, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, complete and utter meltdowns, and they'll try to double down on it, but apparently Mecha is not going to double down on it, and chances are, if they're blaming a third-party, you know, company for doing this, that means they're not doing their due diligence. They're letting this company have free reign on certain aspects of the game without actually checking what the fuck they're doing. Or if they are checking, that means they allowed it to go through. So it's one of the two. Either you knew about it and you were okay with it, or you didn't know about it and you're incompetent. It's one of the two, and neither one of them are very good. Less than 2 hours after Grum's initial post, the official Mecha account on X indicated they received a list of censored words from a third party, and were going through the process of revising the list and making changes in real time. They posted, during the past few days of our playtest, we have received feedback that our list of censored words in the game's chat was in need of some refinement. If you have been offended by any player language in chat, please accept our apologies. English is not our team's first language, as we are an Asian game studio and have never attempted to launch a global game before. Well, that's a hell of a start. If you're going to start picking political sides, you're not going to have a very good time trying to release your game globally, right? You guys got to understand, as an Asian studio, they don't really have a lot of knowledge when it comes to this stuff. They are too busy listening to the stupid diversity consultancy firms. This is why they hire them in the first place. And they hire these woke-ass consultancy firms, not even realizing that they're fucking woke as hell, right? They have no idea. To these Asian studios, a lot of them believe that wokeness is just normal, you know, behavior for the West. That's what they believe. They don't even realize that there's a distinction between normal people and woke people. They have no fucking clue. They put it all together as just people in the West, and that's what we like. And they have convinced them that this is the truth, but it's not. We need to keep fighting against these diversity consultancy firms, because they have gone too long making it just ridiculously easy for them to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And this is why gaming is where it's at right now. I'm not saying they're ever going to go away because I don't think that's going to be a thing, right? The money's too easy. The grift is very easy. It's extremely easy to set up a company like that. So they're not going to give it up, right? They get government grants and all that. It's just never going to go away. But at the very least, we can make it a lot harder for them to do what they normally try to do without opposition. It says, we sourced a list of words from a third-party company which included words from multiple languages that would not likely come up during gameplay, as game chat is primarily intended to be used for team coordination. We are currently in the process of revising the censored word list and making changes in real time. They added, the account concluded, if there are any hurtful words or phrases that have been missed or censored words that you believe should be uncensored, please send them to our customer support here at mechabreakcs@csongames.com. So, again, it looks like they are uncensoring it. I don't really know why it was there in the first place. I don't even think they mentioned the company that they supposedly got this information from. But the fact that they try to call it a third-party company, I think it's amazing. I think it's truly, truly amazing that there must be something in the contract that protects these diversity consultancy firms from being blamed for anything, right? There has to be, because they will all die on the same hill. Every single one of these studios will take the blame and pretend as if the consultancy companies do nothing, right? But like I've said in so many videos, I have never once in my life hired anybody to do nothing. That makes no sense. Why would I hire someone to do nothing? It's the worst narrative that I've heard to defend these diversity consultancy firms, and yet they keep trying to spin it as that's the truth, but that can't be the fucking truth. Unless you want to literally blow money, then that's different. Just tell me you like blowing money. But I don't believe that, right? As a company, I don't believe that. Grumps reacted, writing on X a couple of hours after I reported it. Mecha Break has apologized. The Mecha Break uses a third-party firm to source their censored word list, which included the word Trump, but not Biden or Kamala Harris. Ahem. Please stop using woke consulting firms. He added, Mecha Break apologizes and says they're revising the list in real time. Keep the gamer voices going, and let's see if we can keep their word. Again, I don't really know if this is going to be a big deal at the end of the day for a lot of people who were going to play Mecha Break, but I think this is nothing different from what other companies have already been doing. Activision Blizzard has done the same exact thing with some of their Call of Duty games, and there's other examples that are alive right now that have words like Trump and whatnot censored for clan tags and everything like that. In another post, he shared a screenshot showing Trump was no longer censored in the chat. He wrote on X, we win. Mecha Break has, in real time, as they claimed, fixed the censorship of the name Trump. Gamer voices matter. We speak up together, we win. We may have some smaller wins or even a loss, but you 100% lose the battles you don't fight. Congratulations. So again, he's 100% right. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know what's sad? The gaming Urinalists out there, they're shill for this kind of stuff. They would try to tell you that people like Grums and whatnot don't matter, right? They'll try to tell you that, oh, gamers don't matter. You know, you guys think you're doing something, but you're doing nothing. But there's been so many examples, and they might be small. Some of them might be small. A few of them might be big. But ultimately, there's a lot of examples out there that the gamer's voice does matter, right? If people get together and they try to go for a common cause, a lot of good things can happen. And this is just another example. So we have seen a prime example of what it means when gamers get together and tell a company, no, you're not going to do some dumb shit like that. And ultimately now we got a little bit small win in an overall big fight, right? An overall big fight regarding the good old gaming space. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.